TV. Sponsored by A Taste of Cyprus, Chisholm. Now doing deliveries. Welcome to Boom There TV. It's a brand new show. It's the Xxxl podcast.
That's right.
Right. There's no guesses for why it's called the Xxxl podcast. I'm a Xxxl. What about you?
I'm a 1/2.
Get out of there. And what about you? You used to be a big fella, but you lost a bit of timber.
I yo-yo, to be fair, so I'm probably a large at the moment, but I have been a Xxxl before.
There you go.
Triple X.
Yeah.
Xxxl. So this is right, yeah, so, right, so, you know me, I'm the boom leader, right, I've been in the ring 4 times, right, yeah, I've been a champion, I've been around the boxing gyms, right, I've got my hands dirty, and I've had a few boxing bouts, you know, I've got a very good knowledge of boxing, I like to think I have. What's your story? I know you like kebabs. I know you like kebabs.
So I like kebabs.
Yeah. And you like boxing?
I do like boxing.
I found it out.
Started to get into boxing recently. Well, not recent, but compared to you guys, like you've been watching it for quite a while.
Yeah.
I like Tyson Fury.
Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I like Tyson Fury. Like the way he fights, the way he moves. I think he's slick. So yeah, he really got me into boxing. And yeah.
So can I ask you, what are you a glory hunter? Are you one of these boxing fans that
No.
because when they start winning, when they start becoming the champion, then they start becoming
No. I watched him before he became like Prince.
Really?
Yeah.
Back when he had hair.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. I watched him when he had hair.
Okay, so this is it's
But like off and on, not like I wouldn't be like, oh, what's he up to every day sort of thing. I'll just be like, oh, Tyson Fury's gonna fight whoever, and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna watch that fight.
So you're a casual fan.
Yeah.
You're a casual fan.
I'll take that.
And we got Harry. You know Harry. You know Harry from the Double D podcast. You know Harry. He's been on the channel a few times. This guy, he knows his boxing. He knows his boxing, right? We've had a bit of a ding dong on the Double D podcast, haven't we?
Yeah.
He knows his stuff. He's a stat man. He's a stat man. He likes his stats. He likes to research. He likes to do all this sort of stuff. He likes to bring out the stats. That's all right. That's fine. Who do you support?
Do you know what? I'm liking the heavyweight mix at the moment. I think we've got the most interesting era that we've had for years.
Yeah. Three kings.
Three kings?
Three kings. I would say Fury. I would say AJ, and I would say Whyte.
No.
Okay.
What?
I wouldn't call it.
You don't say Whyte
No.
deserves a top 3 place?
Yeah.
So
But not AJ.
You don't like AJ?
No.
So who do you say will take AJ's place then?
Deontay Wilder.
Get the fuck out of there.
Why don't you like Wilder?
Do you know why? Do you know why? It's a typical head Fury fan. Because Fury beat him, Wilder's like some god.
No.
How can you say that Wilder's better than AJ?
Personally, I think he is.
Are you mad? Are you crazy?
Why don't you like Joshua?
Yeah, first of all, why do you like Joshua?
The thing is, I told you this before. You know that.
No, don't bring me to
Alright,
what you
alright,
told
alright.
before.
Man, speak. Why don't you like Joshua? I'm new to this.
Matt, you
Right.
told me before. Don't get me involved in this shit.
Oh.
Matt, you told me this before.
The thing is with Joshua, yeah, like don't get me wrong, I rate every boxer.
Yeah.
But if I'm personally picking my top 3,
Yeah.
it's Tyson Fury,
Yeah.
Deontay Wilder,
Yeah.
and Daniel Mike.
So what you're saying is you know more than Ring Magazine, yeah?
No.
You know more. You're a casual fan right here who jumped in the bandwagon because of Tyson Fury's won the World Championship, and now you know more than the Ring Magazine.
So
Is that what you're saying?
what I'm saying is,
You know more than the Ring Magazine.
if
He knows
AJ,
more than the Ring Magazine.
if AJ, yeah, and Deontay Wilder were getting in the ring, who do you think would win?
AJ and who?
Deontay Wilder.
Anthony Joshua.
Wilder has had his arse handed to him. Are you mad?
I don't think it's about that though. I think it's more
Wilder can't box, bruv. He can't box eggs.
It's the styles that make the fights. So you've got Anthony Joshua will stick him on the jab, and he'll keep
Like
him
what
on.
he done to Luis on his previous fight.
Yeah, I think he boxed a lot more like that. But where I think the difference would be is I think Ruiz has got a better chin than Wilder. So if you remember in the first round versus Ruiz in the rematch, AJ caught him with a massive overhand right, and it split his eye, and he was stunned and wobbled. But he couldn't put him away because it's still the first round. I think if he did that to Wilder, Wilder would drop. And if he dropped, in the Fury fight, when he got dropped, his heart went.
Yeah.
Wilder's just went from being fighting and always looking for that 2 seconds to being perfect to just sort of being like, okay, I've just got to survive this and just take the punishment, and he wasn't really putting out as much.
And furthermore, can I just add to this? Look at Wilder's record. Look at Wilder's record compared to AJ's. AJ has fought loads of top 10 ranked fighters. He's fought Klitschko, he's fought Povetkin, he's fought Parker, he's fought all these guys. Who the fuck has Wilder fought? He fought Fury twice. Okay, he fought Fury twice, but that's just and he got his ass handed to him twice. He's fought nobody, Wilder. Nobody. A few, listen, at the end of the day, this is what the Ring magazine takes into account. This is why Whyte is deserving of his place as a top 3. You're trying to tell me that AJ is better than Wilder? Come on, bruv. Come on, I mean...
Me personally.
But that's the thing. I'm not the biggest AJ fan out there. I'm not the biggest AJ fan out there, but I'm going to say, do you know what? Fair is fair. You can't say that AJ doesn't deserve his place in the top 3.
But that's why I'm here. To learn from you guys.
You're going to learn the hard way, boy. He's going to learn the hard way, mate. On the Triple XL podcast.
I would love to see that fight, though.
Oh.
AJ and Deontay Wilder.
Do you know what, right, yeah? I would rather see Fury fight Whyte. Ooh! I'd rather see Fury fight Whyte than Wilder.
That'd be a tough fight.
What?
That'd be a tough fight.
I think Whyte's so physical that with Fury's new style, they'd just really gel, and it would just be, a knockout's coming.
Yeah.
I think with the way Dylan Whyte fights, he fights with his heart on his sleeve. He's all heart and just aggression. And Fury's very calculated, and he can move, he can box like a traditional boxer.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see that fight. I'd pay money.
Can I ask a question, guys? What fight would you rather see? I know you're an AJ fan. I know you support AJ. I'm guessing, yeah.
Yeah.
What fight would you rather see? AJ versus Fury, or Whyte versus Fury?
Both.
No.
That's a good answer. Because that's what the fans want.
Yeah,
the fans want to see both fights.
If you had a gun to your head and you could only choose one.
AJ Fury.
Yeah.
Really?
I think
Really?
just because of the size of the fight,
Really?
the weight.
Why?
That'll probably be one of the biggest sellouts, I reckon.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, you just said yourself that Fury versus Whyte is a more exciting fight. Someone's going to end in a knockout and stuff. Don't forget, these guys right here, most Tyson Fury fans that I've met are secret Dylan Whyte fans. They're both very, very similar. They're both unpolitically correct. I'm telling you, they don't toe the line. I'm telling you, there is a little bit of a similarity there. You know that they're going to come and bring the fire. The press conferences for Fury and Whyte would be electric, off the chart. You know that. I'm telling you, AJ and Fury are too pally for my liking. Too pally. I don't like that shit. Like little rendezvous in Marbella, FaceTiming each other, WhatsApp each other. How you doing, mate? You alright, mate? I don't like that shit. Fury and Whyte is real beef, seasoned beef, real shit. That's the real shit. They don't like each other. That's what I'm talking about.
I think the thing is.
Sorry, I get a bit excited.
The thing is, what you've got to look at.
Then this pally shit, bruv.
AJ and Fury are pally now because they're not scheduled to fight.
Yeah.
But Fury gets in people's heads, and the moment he has a date locked in, I think what Fury will do to AJ is very similar to what Jarrell Miller did to AJ, which is in the build-up and in the conferences. He will bait him, and he will. Look, Anthony Joshua's a marketing machine. He's a lot more than just a boxer. He's considered a sort of.
He's a brand.
Yeah, he's a brand. That's the word I'm looking for. So AJ's a brand, and so you can see when he does interviews, a lot of it is sort of lines he's almost been fed to say, or narratives he's been told.
Stay humble.
Yeah, that sort of stuff. Like it's almost like he's got a little room of people that are writing out lines to go right, say that, say that. But I think
he's like, at the end of the day, he's like He's playing a role, isn't he? He's trying to be a role model.
Yeah, he is, and fair play to him.
Yeah.
But I think Fury will get in his head, and I think Fury will pull that out of him, and he will say all these things to his face, and he'll say it with intent, and then be like, "And I'm going to beat you." And I would be very interested to see that build up the press conferences. I'd be then interested to see on the night, you know, AJ's a bit chiddy at times. He's been knocked down. He can get hurt. He does gas out. I'd be very interested to see that if Fury puts him down, will he get up and fight on? If he puts him down, or will he get to Fury first? That's where I find that fight very exciting. But that doesn't mean that I don't think what's happened to Dylan Whyte is a travesty, because he should have had his title shot last year, the year before.
Okay, I was going to get onto that. So check this out, right? Yeah. Picture the scenario. Now, AJ and Fury have agreed to have a two-part fight in 2021. Now listen, Eddie Hearn went on record the other day saying that if Tyson Fury, which Frank Warren's got on record, Frank Warren has said, listen, Fury is not going to fight Whyte this year or next year. Alright? Because Frank Warren's trying to say basically, listen, that's a banana skin, that's a big risk fight. We don't want to risk that fight with Whyte. That's what he's saying in a roundabout way. And I don't blame them to be honest with you. But fair is fair. WBC have ordered, and they've got to go through with it, and they has to face Dylan Whyte no matter what. He's waited over 1,000 days. Fact of the matter is, and here's where it gets interesting. Eddie Hearn has said, listen, if you don't fight Whyte by February, guess what? You've got to vacate the title and you get moved up to franchise. You've got to vacate the title. When the title goes to Dylan Whyte, guess what? We don't need Tyson Fury no more. We don't need Tyson Fury no more.
Fury still hold the Ring magazine belt.
Yeah, but that's not what Anthony Joshua wants. That's not what he's after. To be undisputed doesn't mean nothing about Ring magazine. To be undisputed is the WBA, WBO, IBF, WBC. It didn't say nothing about no Ring magazine to be undisputed. Right? Fact of the matter is, that's a nice little trinket, don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. Nice on the mantelpiece. But it doesn't make you undisputed. AJ's only interested in that WBC belt. He's not interested in nothing. He's not interested in the fight with Tyson Fury. That's not his priority. His interest... check this out. Imagine this. Picture scene. Tyson Fury vacates the belt, right? And then Dylan Whyte gets the belt. Matchroom, in-house, undisputed fight. AJ's got all the belts, or Dylan Whyte got all the belts. I fancy Dylan Whyte to win that fight. When they do go back to Tyson Fury, they're in a much better bargaining position. Because he's got Ring magazine and it gets all the undisputed belts. So that's going to make them in a much better bargaining position. And this is what Eddie Hearn's all about. Bargaining and negotiations. He's the king at that.
I don't see Tyson Fury vacating the belt though. I know Warren said that.
I'm telling you!
I know Warren said that.
Yeah.
But Tyson Fury's his own man. And he does his own thing. So every part of his comeback, everything he's done, he's done it his own way.
So that means what
Frank Warren told him that he shouldn't have fought Wilder in his third fight back.
Okay.
And he did.
Okay. But I think that Tyson Fury might not have no choice but to fight Dylan Whyte now because of that ruling.
Yeah. And I think he may go to fight White next.
Great. Brilliant. I mean, that will shut up a lot of people.
Yeah, well.
You know what I mean? It has to happen, all right? All this talk about... This should never been just talking about vacating belts in the first place. All this franchise bullshit. Alright, I'm sorry, man. Do you know what, man? He should fight your mandaries, right, yeah? Fight Dylan Whyte, and there's no problems there. There's no problems. Do you know what I mean? Fact of the matter is, you know what? It's a long way off on this period, because don't forget, he's got to beat Wilder. I don't think that Wilder's going to be ready before February. I don't think that's going to happen.
I think it's very, very difficult sometimes in boxing.
Yeah.
To not write someone off. So you look at the...
Especially heavyweight boxing.
Yeah. But you look at... The thing is with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder is Tyson's beat him on the back foot and he's beat him on the front foot. So he's beat him defensively and he's beat him sort of on offense. Now...
How can Wilder beat Fury?
Learn to box and land that right hand.
We're a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
He does have a good punch, man.
What?
Wilder's got a good punch.
It's an equal...
Really?
That punch...
He's got a hell of a punch.
The obvious.
No,
and you can't see.
That's
all you got to do, all he's got to do is rock it, bro. That's it.
What?
That right hand.
Yeah. You've got to catch it first, isn't it?
Yeah, but he did
Yeah.
catch it before.
But do you know what, right, yeah? I don't think that he was, when the Fury fought him the first time, I don't think Fury was 100%.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And that's why he caught him twice. I think the second fight, he came over with a different mindset.
Bro, he lost a lot of weight.
Yeah. He's weight trained, he's weight trained. You can't
such
come
a
with
small
power.
amount of time.
100%.
Amazing work done.
Yeah.
And I think as well with that, the first knockdown in the Wilder Fury fight, the first one, it was almost like Tyson had lost his balance. Like he got knocked down, but you could see he was trying to move and slip, and it all kind of gone wrong. He got jumbled up on his feet.
Do you reckon he was getting tired? Like a bit of tiredness, or?
I think he was. I think the one in the 12th round was he was tired, and I think in his head if you looked at how he came out in the round, he sort of strayed from the game plan and was like, let's go for my knockout moment. Let's go for the comeback, the thing they'll show at the end of my movie sort of thing. And Wilder clipped him and caught him. But he said the first punch put him to sleep, the second punch woke him up. I think if Wilder lands, if he can just learn to box a bit better, not a lot better, just a bit better, keep his weight up and learn to be comfortable at the weight he's at, because if you look at the difference in weight for both fighters in the first and second fight, they both put on a lot.
Yeah.
Alright, listen. Quick round question.
No, not today.
Quick round 5 questions, right? Yeah. Quick round 5 questions, right? Yeah. I'm gonna catch you guys off guard. Who wins out of Dillian Whyte, AJ?
Whyte.
Who wins out of Whyte Fury?
Fury.
Who wins out of Fury Wilder 3?
Fury.
Who wins out of Whyte versus Wilder?
I couldn't call that. Honestly.
Who wins out of Dubois and Wilder? Ah, now it's getting saucy. Now we're getting saucy. Dubois versus Wilder.
Do you know on that one, I'd say Dubois.
Bro, that's such a tricky one. It is very tricky.
I think if
Because don't forget, Wilder's punch resistance must be shot to pieces then. His punch resistance.
The thing is with Wilder, he'd always look in trouble in fights.
Boom!
He'd always look in trouble in fights. He'd always put it out the bag.
Yeah.
It was only in the last Fury
Yeah,
fight.
it only needs 1 second to win a fight.
Now, I think Dubois, if you look at his piston jab, he's got a.
Can I be honest with you? I'll be honest with you. I asked that question, but there's levels to this shit, man. And Dubois is not on that world level yet, man.
You don't think?
He's not on that level, bruv.
He needs a bit
Who is Dubois for? Dubois hasn't had a 50-50 fight yet. He hasn't had a 50-50 fight. Why are we talking about Dubois versus Whyte?
What about Nathan Gorman? Nathan Gorman's a
come on, get out of it! Get out of it, mate! What are you talking about, bruv? We're talking about world level shit, man. We're talking about Whyte. We're talking about Wilder. Don't come with that Nathan Gorman shit, man. Come on, bruv.
Fight at the time, Dubois Gorman was a 50-50 fight.
Yeah, it was. I wish I was.
Alright.
What did you think?
I thought it was a good fight. I thought.
Are you really seriously telling me that you are talking about Dubois in the same breath as Wilder and Whyte, who are world level? World level. You don't do it. Look at a beat between domestic level and world level.
Yeah, but
they call it levels for a reason.
I watched something online and said that, you know how you go on about Whyte knocking down Fury in a sparring session. I actually watched something saying that he knocked down AJ in a sparring session.
Yeah, so it's a rumour that's been going around. It's rumour that Dubois knocked out AJ in a sparring session.
So if we're sort of gonna say who's better, yeah, then why not? Why can't, if he's knocked out a world champion? Yeah,
that was before. That was old AJ.
But what you'll find, and this is quite an interesting thing actually. So AJ could have gone into that spar and he could have been told by his coaches, don't throw any hooks, don't throw any uppercuts, don't throw any straight right. I just want you to work on your jab. And Dubois could have gone in and could have been told, yeah,
knock him out.
Do what you want.
Alright.
So that's a valid point.
Sparring's very, very different to fighting.
That's the same thing you're saying about Tyson Fury and Whyte. Yeah. How you said that he knocked him out, spot cold. Maybe the same thing happened like that. But that was how many years ago was that?
Yeah. Okay. But I'm just saying, listen, I'm seeing his face. All I'm saying about the Tyson Fury and the Dillian Whyte thing that's been going on is Tyson Fury, right, yeah, doesn't want to fight Dillian Whyte. I don't care. You can dress up as much as you want.
I think it's very different. I think Tyson Fury will fight anyone. I think the people around Tyson Fury don't want Tyson Fury to fight anyone. I mean, the people around Tyson Fury are looking at it and going, right, we're this close. We are this close to getting the big undisputed fight, going up against AJ, the brand of boxing.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Let's cash in now.
Dillian Whyte is so close. Listen, this Povetkin Dillian Whyte fight is like a world championship in itself. Because I'm telling you, Tyson Fury's going to vacate that belt. I don't care what anyone says. You look and say whatever you want. He's going to vacate that belt. He's going to go up to franchise.
I'll tell you what. If I'll make a bet with you on that.
Deal.
If Fury doesn't do
He hasn't even said what
he's in.
I know what he's going to say. He's going to say, I bet you if that Tyson Fury doesn't vacate the belt. I know he's going to vacate the belt.
Obviously, but it's a stake. So the loser buys the winner a kebab at the Taste of Cyprus.
He gets it for free.
Shut up.
So what do you think about Saturday's fight?
Right, listen, we've got to wrap this up right here. We have to start to the end bit of the show because time is going fast.
Yeah.
You have to, it's time flies and we're having fun. So now we've got to break it down of the big massive fight on Saturday. If you didn't already know, Dillian Whyte versus Povetkin, and you know what? We're gonna do something a bit different on the show. We're gonna do our predictions, but we're also gonna do some tactics. We're gonna go through some tactics with Harry and stuff like that. I want to show my predictions and how Dillian Whyte is going to win the fight, and we're going to do it in actions, replays, and you know, we're going to reconstruct it. Right, so I'm going to go first, right here. Dillian Whyte is going to win in the 9th round, Nostradamus 9th round with a left hook. Right, he's going to knock him out, Sparko, and this is how it's going to go down. Do you want me showing you? Right.
Mind you don't swing it in me.
So this is right here, listen. So Povetkin, there's a saying, never hook with a hooker. Povetkin's a left hooker right here, and when Povetkin goes with the left hook right here, with the left hook out, he drops his right hand. I'm southpaw, so I'm going to do it as an orthodox. So basically, if you just go
Dillian Whyte stance.
I'm going to go Dillian Whyte stance right here.
Right.
Dillian Whyte stance. If
I'll
you go Povetkin right here, now you're Povetkin right here. You're Povetkin, and you're going to do is. You're going to left hook me, right? As you left hook me, right, yeah? Your right hand goes down. Dillian Whyte. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Watch the fight. 9th round. Povetkin's gonna hook Dillian Whyte. Never hook with a hooker. It's gonna hook with a hooker. It's gonna fucking leave his right hand down, and Dillian Whyte's gonna spark him right there. Sparko. Good night. 9th round. Left hook. KO. Boom!
Right. What happens if it goes the other way?
It won't go the other way. I'm a Dillian Whyte fan. I'm telling you how I think it's going to go.
I think that Whyte is going to get the knockout.
Yeah.
I think in his Dillian Whyte's a very angry man right now. He's been mandatory for over 1,000 days with the WBC, so he's been promised a world title shot or told he needs to get a world title shot.
I don't blame him.
I think
that's where the anger's going to come out from.
He's had.
He needs to control it though in the ring.
Oh, he does. He's a very, very talented fighter. So what you'll see with Dillian, the things that I think have kind of gone against him is you've seen that he's not necessarily had the amateur pedigree, which is sort of, it's meant he's not had the full backing behind him of a sort of, say AJ, who gets the top facilities, that sort of thing. So it's only the last few years you've seen this transition of him going from being a lump into an actual athlete, boxer.
Have you seen that? Have you seen how fit he looks?
He looks in
amazing. He's got a six-pack and everything.
When he arrived at the fight camp, I looked at him. I sent Dean Whyte a voice note.
Oh, good old Dean.
And I was just like,
big up Dean Whyte.
And I was like, mate, Dylan's looking in great shape. He's looking amazing right now. I think he's going to get the knockout, but I think where it's going to come in is if you look at Dylan's stance, he's got a kickboxing background, a Muay Thai background. So if you look at how he holds himself, he'll have his sort of, so his jab hand, his lead hand sort of out here a little bit. and I think it's going to be lots of just popping the jab and then hooks to the body.
Did you know he's got one of the longest arms in the whole of the heavyweight division?
Yes.
He's got seriously long. You think Wilder's got the longest reach, but it's actually Dillian Whyte's got the longest reach in heavyweight boxing. Not a lot of people know this.
Yeah, he's got very long arms. I think he'll be feeding Povetkin to jab tonight.
Soften
but
him
then
up.
when Povetkin comes in with those left hooks to his head,
body.
exactly, he's going to slip in and he's just going to hit him to the body.
The only thing I'm worried about, sorry to cut you in there, is Povetkin's one of the greatest uppercutters in the game. The only way that Dillian Whyte is going to get stopped is if Povetkin perfects his uppercut. He's got a great uppercut. Listen, it's only going over two ways. It's going to be a Dillian Whyte left hook, or it's going to be a Povetkin uppercut. But I reckon I'm favouring the Dillian Whyte left hook because Povetkin, when he does his left hook and he drops his right, he does it. It's a flaw. He can't help it.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I think.
But then Povetkin's so short. He comes to that uppercut. Just Dillian, if you're watching this, beware of the Povetkin uppercut. Not that I need to tell you. You probably know this.
What's your prediction?
Dillian Whyte to win.
Okay, how do you see it going?
6.
Yeah?
Six what? And have that.
6 round knockout.
Pow!
6.
So you're saying round 6?
Round 6, bang, straight in there.
Bang, bang.
Bang.
As easy as that.
I reckon he's gonna sneak one in.
Yeah? How?
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I'm not a professional.
What punch?
Huh?
I'm not talking about a run punch. What sort of punch?
Maybe a little hook.
Hey, see, he's been learning. He's been listening.
Been listening, been learning, isn't
He's
it?
been learning, mate. He's been learning.
Little hook.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. This channel is for all levels and stuff. And you know what? You will pick up a little bit along the way, a little bit of boxing knowledge. He's learned a thing or two about
Can't hook a hooker.
You can't hook a hooker! This man he's a quick learner. He's a quick learner. Boom!
So yeah, I reckon 6 round little hook.
Yeah.
Put him to sleep.
Lights out.
Yeah. I reckon.
Good man.
See, I'm leaning towards. I think Dylan's going to go down early.
Okay.
You know what? I've got a feeling about that.
Uh,
I've got a feeling that Dillian Whyte's going to get knocked down and get back up and win. That's what makes an exciting fight.
And I think it's going to be one of those fights where it's going to be very close. There's going to be a lot of rounds where I go Povetkin or a lot of rounds Dylan. And then I'll think Dylan will start gassing towards the end. And in that 12th round, when I'm sat there like, oh, please don't lose this. We've waited so long, we've had all this. Dylan will pull something out of the bag and he'll knock him out. And it will be a knockout that's as...
Boom!
Just as
Boom!
amazing as his Lucas Brown.
Boom!
So 12th round.
12th round knockout I'm going for. It's going to be life or death. We're going to be like, oh no, he's taking a big risk here.
Do you reckon it would be like them two throwing punches at each other and then he just throwing
I think
one big?
the thing is, if you watch Povetkin, he sort of jumps in with his punches, he lunges in with his hooks, and I think Dylan's just going to counter him cold, knock him out, and it will be a knockout. Not, oh, he's knocked him down, he couldn't get up before the counter. I think he's going to knock
You mean
him out.
Chisora-esque knockout?
Yeah, Chisora-esque, Lucas Brown-esque.
Smelling salts.
Yes, maximum violence.
Smelling salts. Maximum violence.
Cool.
Boom. So listen, we're going to wrap this up, guys. Listen, you've been in with the Xxxl podcast. I must forget my lines there.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been an experience. It's been emotional. I've enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, we've enjoyed it.
It's been great.
Yep.
It's
And
our
don't
first.
forget, whoever gets the prediction, the worst prediction, does a forfeit. We're going to do a post-match reaction. So make sure you come back on the Xxxl podcast. It's been emotional. It's been great.
And also in March, be sure to watch the video of the Taste of Cyprus, where Heavy D has to get this bout in the Taste of Cyprus. The Tyson Fury not vacating the WBC.
Oh, let's have it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Boominator TV. We out. We out. We out. Boominator TV.